I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 9. Let's focus on verses 10 through 15. Now the one who provides seed for the sower and bread for food will provide and multiply your seed and increase the harvest of your righteousness, as you are enriched in every way for all generosity, which produces thanksgiving to God through us. For the ministry of this service is not only supplying the needs of the saints, but is also overflowing in many acts of thanksgiving to God. Through the proof of this service, they will glorify God for your generosity in sharing with them and with others. And in their prayers for you, they will have deep affection for you because of the surpassing grace of God on you. Thanks be to God for His indescribable gift. Now, I've spent my entire adult life in ministry, from personal evangelism to touring as a Christian recording artist. I've been a minister on a church staff. I've even been an assistant rabbi at a Messianic congregation. I've learned a few things about ministry. And one thing that I have observed about ministry is there are basically two kinds of kingdom builders. You have senders and you have the sent. And the church at large needs people who are willing to heed God's call by going directly to those who need the gospel, the people that are sent out. It also needs people who are willing to fund that ministry. And Paul wanted the believers in Corinth to understand how these two types of believers need each other. Now, in today's passage, Paul describes that special relationship between the messenger and the benefactor. And Paul likens the benefactor to a field hand, a lowly job that the rich aren't normally accustomed to. And by doing this, Paul cuts to a source of pride that can often distance the sender from the person who is sent. And that is a worker-master relationship. In general, people with money have more power, so they tend to look down upon the workers. It's like, I don't think I want to go to Africa. I'll send this guy to do it. Paul reminds the sender of that same relationship which they have between themselves and God. And just as the farm owner provides seed for his field workers to sow, God provides wealth for the rich to invest in His kingdom. And if the sower doesn't invest his allotted seed wisely, then the landowner may decrease or even eliminate his future portion. In a similar way, God blesses us with abundance so that we will invest it in His kingdom. Now, in our present economy, it's hard for us to consider ourselves as wealthy, but seriously, compared to the rest of the world, the average American is in the top 10% of the world's wealthiest people. So, how well are you investing in God's kingdom? Sure, our kingdom investment ministers to the physical and the financial needs, but perhaps the greatest service that our investments in ministry provide those who minister is just in the encouragement they receive by knowing that other believers are willingly supporting or co-laboring right alongside them through their financial gifts. And it encourages them to continue ministering in otherwise discouraging and spiritually dark conditions. The sender receives the blessing of knowing God's work is being completed in part because of their investment. And also the minister remembers the benefactor in his prayers before the Lord, who was, of course, the source of the benefactor's wealth. And then everything runs full circle. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people, senders, just like you. And yes, we need your monthly support. And you need to give it. Not just for us, but you need to give it because this is the thing that the Lord commands. Donating is secure and it is easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. You can share these podcasts with your friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.